Hello, everyone. I'm Lance Cooper with Sales Managed Solutions, and welcome to the CTS Sales Solutions channel. If you're an agency owner, sales manager, recruiter, or someone building a career in the insurance industry, I'd like to ask you a simple question. Will your agency be successful in 2030 if you continue building it the same way you're building it today? That's an important question because I believe we're standing at one of the most significant turning points the insurance industry has experienced in decades. The agencies that recognize what's changing and adapt early are going to create tremendous opportunities for themselves. Others may find themselves working harder than ever while wondering why growth has become so difficult. Today, I'd like to share several trends that I believe every agency owner should be thinking about. Every great industry eventually changes, and history teaches us something interesting. The businesses that survive major change aren't always the biggest. They're usually the ones that recognize change first. Think about banking. Years ago, nearly every transaction required walking into a branch. And today, we deposit checks with our phones, and we transfer money online, and we apply for loans digitally. And technology didn't eliminate banking, it changed where people created value. The same thing happened in travel, real estate, retail, healthcare. Each industry became more automated, but the professionals who continued to thrive became advisors rather than simply processors of transactions. Insurance is following a similar path. Technology changes jobs, but it also creates opportunity. Technology is becoming remarkably good at routine work. Customers increasingly expect to pay bills online, update their policies online, access documents online, and receive answers immediately. Artificial intelligence is improving almost monthly. Digital tools are becoming more sophisticated every year. None of this means people are becoming less important, quite the opposite. It means the work people do must become more valuable. If technology handles routine transactions, then people must provide what technology cannot: judgment, trust, relationships, leadership, wisdom. Those qualities are becoming more valuable, not less. The agency owner's role is changing. For many years, outstanding agency owners often succeeded because they were exceptional producers. They knew products, they knew customers, they worked incredibly hard, and those qualities still matter, but I believe tomorrow's agency owner will increasingly need another set of skills: building systems, recruiting exceptional people, coaching performance, developing leaders, creating culture, managing multiple revenue streams, thinking strategically instead of simply staying busy. In other words, agency owners will increasingly become CEOs of growing businesses. That shift changes almost everything. Because once you become the leader of an organization, instead of simply the best producer, your greatest asset becomes your people. Your competitive advantage will no longer be your products. Here's something worth thinking about. Most agencies have access to excellent products, technology, marketing support, training. The real difference between successful agencies and average agencies won't be products. It will be people. Who do you hire? Who do you develop? Who do you promote? Who do you trust to represent your agency every single day? As routine transactions become more automated, the quality of your people becomes one of the few competitive advantages that competitors can't easily copy. That's why recruiting is no longer just an administrative task. It becomes a strategic business function. Tomorrow's employees will be different. The employee who thrives over the next decade will likely look different from the employee many agencies hired in the past. Tomorrow's professionals will need to build relationships, communicate with confidence, ask thoughtful questions, recognize opportunities, learn quickly, adapt to change, accept coaching, handle technology comfortably, continue growing throughout their careers. In many agencies, employees will no longer be defined by a single responsibility. They'll wear multiple hats, serve customers, generate opportunities, strengthen relationships, support the agency's long-term growth. That requires a different level of maturity, motivation, adaptability, and professionalism than many agencies have traditionally sought. So recruiting will become one of the most important skills an agency owner develops. For years, many business owners viewed hiring as something they did only when someone resigned. The future belongs to leaders who recruit continuously. The best organizations in the world don't wait for talent to find them. They actively identify it, develop relationships with it, and build a pipeline of exceptional people long before they need to fill an opening. College athletic programs understand this. Successful businesses understand this. The agencies that embrace this mindset will build stronger teams while others struggle to fill positions. Recruiting is becoming less about filling vacancies and more about building the future of your organization. And so there's a new way of thinking. As I've talked with agency owners across the country, I've noticed something. The conversation is changing. Less discussion about simply filling positions, more discussion about building stronger organizations. Less emphasis on finding someone who can perform one task, and more emphasis on finding professionals who can grow, adapt, learn, lead, and contribute in many different ways. I believe that's exactly where the industry is headed. The agencies that recognize this shift today will have years to prepare. Those who wait may spend years trying to catch up. Over the next several weeks, we're going to explore these changes together. We'll talk about recruiting, leadership, building exceptional teams, coaching, personality, motivation, sales competencies, cognitive ability, sourcing outstanding candidates, and the practical leadership decisions that will separate thriving agencies from struggling ones over the next decade. Our company, Sales Managed Solutions, has spent decades helping organizations hire better through our Recruit the Best system. That system combines proven sourcing strategies and structured screening tools in the CTS sales assessment, interview processes, and coaching designed to help organizations make better hiring decisions with greater confidence, but also to be able to develop their people further. If these topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe and join us for the next episode. Because I believe the future belongs to the organizations that recruit better, coach better, and lead better. I'll see you next time.